music production.
All right, y'all, welcome to another episode of Unfriended. Before I introduce the guest, I'm going to give a quick shout out to our sponsor, Panther City Hat Company. I'm going to keep it short again. I know I keep saying that every episode. Just get tired of reading this whole damn card. But go ahead and get your 15% off on at their online store. Just use the code Unfriended at checkout over at PantherCityHatCo.com. It's PantherCityHatCo.com. That's two of my favorite hats right there. They got a bunch of other stuff. They got hats for girls. They got hats, little matching hats for your youngins. You know what I'm saying? If you want to match with your kids. Check them out over at PantherCityHatCo.com. Like I said, Instagram and Facebook, Panther City Hat Company. I'll put all the links below. You know, got to remember all that stuff. Shout out to Klarity Music Group for the production of this podcast. You can find them on Facebook and Instagram under Klarity Music Group LLC. It's Klarity with a K or claritymusicgroup.com. Again, I'll put the links below for that. You got your boy Rob G, my boy T over here holding it down, co-host. And then today, man, somebody I've been trying to get on for a minute. It's not because of him, even though he's extremely busy. It's just because of me. You know what I'm saying? Falling off sometimes, you know, lack of communication. But I got my boy T on here today, man. Or Tay, sorry. T over here, Tay over here. You know what I'm saying? I had to speak out loud to myself so I don't mess that up. My boy Tay, what's good with you, man?
I'm just chilling.
That's what's up, man. Another day?
Yeah, working, printing, designing.
Yeah, man. I follow you. Obviously, man. We really got this thing going today. Y'all know we had to get the vibes right with the stage. That's probably making it worse, huh?
Yeah, just let it run its course.
Hey, we ain't let it do its thing. You know that again, like I was telling you, bro. They say if it burns like that, that means it's a lot of negative stuff going on. So. I'm gonna just say this: it wasn't doing this when I lit it earlier, man. So I don't know what you brought in here, bro. But you know what I'm saying? It's doing something. You did something because we couldn't even light the damn thing earlier today. So let some of that go your way for whatever you got going on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think I met you at shipping and receiving. You go up there?
Yeah.
Often?
Yeah, he's everywhere, man.
That's where I saw you. I never forget, but I sometimes forget the place, and then I was like, "Oh, that's where I was at when I saw your face."
What was he? Was he just there?
I think I was dropping off shirts.
Yeah, he was dropping off
Sounded
shirts.
about right.
Yeah.
Okay, but yeah. So again, my boy Tay over here, man. Met him a couple years back. But what I was gonna say is, I follow you on social media and all, and other than I'm not saying this is good or bad or anything like that, but other than me, you, and a couple other people, the hours of the posting shit is, you damn near one of the only people posting when I'm posting 4 a.m., 5 a.m. But then all of a sudden it's like 9 a.m. Good morning. You know what I'm saying? So I just wondering, like, bro, when the fuck do you sleep?
I usually sleep from, I'd say about in between 6 to 10.
Oh, okay. Yeah. See, I mean, because I'm sure you're like me, bro. It's just kind of random,
Yeah, and usually, it's just like...
I'm trying to get a routine going, but I just can't seem to get one, bro, because I'll have a session that goes until, man, we really got this thing
Let it do it, man. It's never did that, bro.
It never has done that until this gentleman stepped in.
Let it go crazy.
Is that good or bad?
No, well, we were talking about it earlier today because it wasn't lighting, and I had read that... You know how the metaphysics stuff, see, I'm half and half on it. I do believe in the mornings I like to, meditate and light some sage, stuff like that, some sweetgrass or whatever. But I read that, and bro, I'm going to be honest with you, dude, it has happened to me before too, where I have like a brand new one. And if you're trying to light it and it really just don't really want to light, it means that it doesn't need to be lit.
Yeah.
And... Bro, we tried to light this today and it wasn't going, and now, bro, it's over here. I mean, we got a fire going in here.
Yeah.
So, like you said, I guess we let it take its course. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I mean, I feel nothing but good energy from you. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's me.
I don't know. I automatically go to good or bad energy.
Your phone blowing up all day. Who knows what you're getting into today? I don't know.
It may be something anybody did, but it may be like
collectively, this is what's happening with this right now.
Well, that's good.
That's what's going on.
Clean. Don't breathe it in.
Cleansed.
Yeah, let's get it cleansed, man. But yeah, like I said, man. Like I said, I see you. You know, I'll finally be done for the night or whatever, and I've been trying not to, but I'll lay in bed and then hop on again to Facebook, whatever, and I'll be like, I'll see your ass posted 30 seconds ago. It'll be 4 a.m. or something. Like, when the fuck does this fool sleep? Because like I said, I'll see you up the next day early, and you know what I'm saying? I know you're probably still hurt from moving that truck 3 feet or whatever a couple months ago. Like,
no, it was 6 feet.
6 feet, whatever. He kept on posting about it like a month later, talking about it hurt his leg or something, foot or whatever the fuck happened. But yeah, bro, I just see you putting in hours, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Before I used to just, just spend a whole day just doing whatever.
Right.
But now it's just like it's more like I do things in quarters. You know what I mean? So it's like 4 hours here.
So putting
I
in
try to
blocks.
spread it. Yeah. So like early in the morning, that's when I'm just pretty much either getting work, finishing up work, getting back with people, because that's how people work.
Right. I mean? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I get it, and not to cut you off, but I don't know anything about and again, bro, he does a lot of different things. We'll get into it, but I met him through, he did some merch, for my company. That's how I met him. We'll get into all that stuff, but I've been watching, again, your posts and stuff like that, and is your setup outside? Because one day you had mentioned something about. And it wasn't because of rain or nothing. It was because you had something about it was either the hot or the cold. I don't remember. You were like, I gotta do this, but while it's this temperature, does it affect the ink or something? Or
because where I work is not temperature controlled.
Okay.
So it's better when it's hot.
Oh, better when it's hot. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when it's cold, it's like the ink gets cold, and it's kind of like trying to spread cold butter.
Okay. Yeah.
You know what I mean? But when it's warm butter.
Yeah, you just
all day long.
Yeah,
you know what
spread
I mean?
it.
Yeah. But when it gets cold, then you have to work with the weather. I mean, it's kind of like it's kind of redundant for me to turn on the AC or whatever, because at the same time I have a heater going on.
Yeah.
And so it's like I'm just wasting electricity.
Yeah, you're wasting. Yeah, you might as well just work with what it is. You know what I'm saying?
I could deal with the hot. I mean, I could deal with either, but it just kind of like the inks, the way machines work.
Mm-hmm.
It works harder in the cold.
Yeah.
Because if it's taking time to heat up something, then it's taking forever because it's so cold.
Exactly.
I mean, it's a big difference. I mean, printing is all. It's a lot of science.
Yeah, see, we know nothing about,
everything.
True, legit screen printing, I know a bunch of people, and I'm not speaking ill, but I know a lot of people that print shirts and shit, but it's not screen printing, though. I don't know what you'd call the other, literally printing, I guess, or...
Oh, no,
I don't know.
I mean, there's vinyl, there's DTG, where it just prints the ink on the shirt.
I've seen that. I'm not saying that's bad or anything, but I've always liked the art form of because I've seen the little thing that spin, you got like 5 or 6 of them or whatever. And
the press.
I went to Black House one night and Milky was. I know he done known. He might have rented yours. I don't know, but he was out there doing shirts or whatever, and I was like, man, that's a really dope process. Like it's hands on, and
it's kind of like it's kind of like easy to learn.
Yeah,
but it takes you forever to really master it.
Because every shirt is gonna be technically different.
Yeah,
because it's literally done by hand, pretty much, right?
Well, not even that. It's just the artwork, how somebody sent. Everybody designs different. Everybody does. There's so many different variables that you have to that's why you have to. If you call any place, you have to give them all this information, and then they're able to quote.
Because they got to figure out how to layer it and all this stuff. Yeah. Again, I'm trying to learn about it. Not that I'm gonna go out and get my own. I'm just always gonna use you or whatever. I'm just interested in it. I see you working and stuff. And
but the best thing is just have your artwork in high res. Right. Just pay somebody to do it correctly. I mean, there's not. For it, man. Yeah. I mean, because I have people coming to me with literally, stick figures. Even I do that. Most of all my stuff is just scribbles.
Right. You're saying people will come to you with are you saying
like
low res, just kind of like
not just on paper. It's just like a napkin.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I mean? The key thing is like the more info you give somebody, whether it be music, beats,
yeah, exactly.
Art, any type of art that's trying to express yourself, the more info you give, it's like the easier it is.
Exactly.
To work.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you can sometimes, like, I'm like, man, I could do whatever design, but it makes it harder when somebody's like, well, just give me something.
They just kind of leave you out in the dark, and you can go a million directions with it. Same with the recording. If I have someone book a session, I operate differently. I don't have just a flat rate. I say, well, what do you want to do?
Yeah.
Are you bringing in a beat? Are we starting from scratch? The more I know, the more I can zero in on what bringing your vision to life.
Yeah, you're just trying to take that vision and make it there.
Exactly.
And that's what it's basically about. Because the more, because I could do whatever, but then that would just be my rendition of
exactly.
You know what I mean? Because people think like, well, my artwork is ugly. I was like, mine's ugly all day. I was like, but the thing is,
I ain't never seen a.
I mean, from the get go. From the get go. I mean, like the idea, the sketch, whatever.
Yeah.
You know, what I mean, people think that it just happens like that, but it comes from wherever, and then, by using the tools that you have, Photoshop, Illustrator, you can clean all that up.
Right.
You know what I mean? But when you don't have an idea at all, that makes it real hard.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, but I think also people feel like
they trust you, obviously.
Yeah, well, not only that, they feel like they can't explain something, or they feel like, oh well, I don't want to sound stupid. The old saying,
okay,
but it isn't. You know what I mean? Yeah. You could say, hey, I want 3.
Anything will help. Like, say something.
You know what I mean? I just want a circle with 3 dots, or that helps. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And the key thing is to like, don't be afraid to express yourself. You know what I mean? If you say, I just want my nose, or you just want this piece, what you know what I mean? All that helps. The more of yourself, the better. You know what I mean? It's supposed to be different. It's supposed to, because it's you. And even between the 3 of us, we can have, we can make our own logo. Yeah, but how it's presented, that's a whole different
that's a whole different process. I mean? It's a whole different piece of the process.
I mean, to start any business, it's always best to have a backstory to why your business is that.
Exactly, man.
You know what I mean? It just mine's the dumbest. With the Circle 5, whatever. It's kind of like I wanted to start a clothing company, and I left the music thing, and I was like, well, I got to start all over.
Right.
What kind of logo should I go with? You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah. It's everything. It's the face.
And I was like, what can I use that's the most simplest and just you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I just like, well, I write my S's and they look like 5s.
Okay.
So
that's a dope organic.
Yeah.
You
know? And it's a tilted circle 5.
Okay. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that can be translated throughout wherever. And I still use it till this day.
Right.
But you go through changes, and there's nothing wrong about it. You got to go through your changes.
Exactly. Yeah.
You get to a point where you're like most comfortable with it. And what's funny is that once you get to that point, you realize like it's me from the beginning.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. You just had to go through to have that realization. Like,
but it's good to go through all that. You learn different styles, different.
Yeah.
How whether it be, I mean, this translates whether it's music, art.
That's what I was actually about to say. Like, hey, for y'all on here, like, take this, take note. Even with music or shirts or videos, or you come into a director, you come into someone for shirts, or you come into the studio, like, you know what I'm saying? Say what's on your mind at least. Instead of leaving us out to where we could go a million different directions with it.
Definitely you want to, if you're spending money on something, you want to go to somebody that, and then tell them exactly what you want.
Exactly. Right.
And then they can build off of that.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? But if you just go there and say, nah, I just want to, you know what I mean? Because some people will come to me like, I just want you to design my stuff. I'm like, well, what are we designing? You know what I mean? It's not that I don't want to do it, but I'm like...
But I've worked, you've talked a little bit. You actually take pride in what you do, and you want to know the backstory and what's going on. And, we're working with the director right now. Shout out to Tim Osbrooks. Same with him, bro. We could have came with them, like, with the little bit, but we came at him with our whole vision.
It's better to have
he was
more.
Like, bro, thank you. Like, now I can build on that instead of taking it way left over here, which still would have been high quality, blah, blah, blah. That's not the point. We want a certain message we're trying to get across. And, you know what I'm saying? We came at him with a whole bunch of information. And
because it's better to take away than... I mean, it's quicker to take away than it is to try to add. You know what I mean?
Exactly, man.
And that was my thing. It's just like, I had to learn when I was doing music, it was cool, but I just had to figure out the whole graphics and, you know what I mean? Because there's one of the things is like, I probably couldn't rap forever, but I could print forever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I don't have to just stay in one genre or whatever.
Exactly.
But what was great about doing the music was that, not just the music, but the booking and all that. I learned a lot and met a lot of different people. So I wouldn't necessarily say like I do a lot of my work is in, let's say, just in hip hop.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
So it wouldn't be 100%. Like I wouldn't say like I do everybody's shirts or I make blah, blah, blah. So I'll probably do like 25% of that. But I also work with other different genres.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's 25% from four different things, 6 different things that's going on in DFW that's oblivious to each other.
Right.
You know what I mean? But I get, but what was crazy is that when I quit music, I got further in music doing merch because I get to meet a bunch of different people and there's so much stuff that goes on here that people are like, you know what I mean?
Bro,
you know, and the scene for each element of hip hop here is big on its own, but it's just oblivious to each other.
Yeah.
And that, you know what I mean? There's like the breaking scene is real big. You know what I mean? There's events and stuff happening all the time in and out of the state.
Exactly.
You know, you got DJs in and out of the state. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you know, you got, but we have a lot of MCs too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And but the thing is like, I try to help people with merch because, you know, doing the music helped me realize what I needed as an artist.
Okay. Yeah.
As opposed to like a printer that, you know what I mean, that you just go and you just give them your logo and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's kind of like
never even speak. You know, a couple of years back, I had before I really started with Klarity, I had another company and I made my little logo and I found a company and won't name them or anything, not because anything negative happened, but you know, I never even spoke to the people on the phone or even in person. I just literally like I shot it over, they made it, they sent it back. It's just cool. I got what I wanted, but also, you know, I don't know. You know, I just, over time, I learned, like, I want to, you know, luckily I found you, you know, somebody who I can actually hit up on the phone or, you know what I'm saying, shoot you something. It's more personal and I get what I want, more comfortable. And, you know what I'm saying, I just like your vibe and shit. And those people, I never, you know, I didn't get a bad vibe, but never spoke with you know what I mean? And just, again, nothing was wrong with that. You know, I got the shirts. I got what I sent them. I got it back, no problem. But it was, I don't know, it just wasn't the same process as working with you, man. And I really like how we can, like, text, you know, back and forth. And you had even said, like, man, what if we try a little bigger and bounce it off each other and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, simple shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? It makes all the difference, you know?
Because it's kind of like, I understand that, you know, you're trying to market your stuff.
Yeah, that's the point of it.
You know, and it's hard to, like, it's hard to be in a, you know, in a certain genre and then what the look is supposed to be, but then you want to be taken more seriously,
right? And you don't want to also be boxed in at the same time.
You know what I mean? You don't. I mean, you could do a tag, but it's just like I always try to tell people, I'm like, well, that can be a shirt design as opposed to using it as your main logo, because you know, as you grow and as you get bigger in whatever you're doing, you want to be able to coexist with other big, like, serious companies.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Exactly.
And you want to be, you know, accepted as that.
Yeah.
And but I've learned how to do like corporate logos. Just, you know what I mean? But I'll add a little twist here and there. I mean, but it's simple stuff.
Bro,
the way it's sized,
some of them, I mean, the most famous logos in the world are like literally the simplest, bro.
Yeah,
Target, I mean, Adidas, Nike, the check. Like, you can go on and on, bro. Those are the most basic. And I'm not saying, you know, intricate stuff isn't cool too, but I mean, bro, but that's the most famous, memorable logos are like.
Yeah, and that's
Target, bro. It's literally a Target, bro.
Yeah, and that's what I mean by the key thing is, like, you have to, you know, for whatever logo it is, you have to be the backstory of that logo.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's what'll make it sell.
Okay.
I mean, if you want to sell, or, you know what I mean, and to me, as you know, I could design just a bunch of crazy stuff.
Yeah, all
but
day.
the hardest part is to take somebody's idea of their whole, you know, their whole business, you know, entity, whatever you want to call it, and then make a logo out of that to where it represents that company, and that's, you know, that's harder than doing anything else. That
yeah.
You know, and it's pretty much like you go through your different stages. You know what I mean?
How long have you been doing this, by the way?
For about 10, I mean, since 2009, really.
Okay.
Like, meaning, like, I didn't know nothing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, when did you literally, like, start? And what I was going to ask you was it you making, and I'll bring all this full circle, because like I said, there's a couple of things I want to talk to you about, but was it you being an artist and you needed merch, and so that's what made you, want to start doing your own merch, or did the merch come before the music, or what even made you even want to start printing shirts?
I've always liked t-shirts, I've always been even as a fan of music, I've always collected T-shirts.
Okay, dope.
But I just never knew how to do it.
Right.
And then, I guess in 2009, that's when I had to make a decision on what I was gonna do.
Yeah.
And then I was like, well, I'm gonna do the music, but I need something to keep me steady.
Yeah, something consistent. The music, you already know, is a risky game, and it's.
And so that's when I started getting into it, and then pretty much that's where it started. I found the equipment, and I invested in that. Whatever money I had, I invested in that. Yep. And then throughout the years, just learn how to do it step by step.
You learn,
Yeah, you know what I mean? Because it's
different. I'm just assuming that. I mean, speaking in the music world, I've tried different. Been through all the different brands and mics, and it's never ending. But I would assume the same with you. There's different brands of inks probably, and try this and try that, or different brands. But again, I don't know anything about the printing company and there's industry, but
you got pre-press, and then you got pre-press is mainly like getting the designs, getting everything set up to press. I mean, that both sides is key.
Yeah.
That's the whole equation of it.
You gotta, it's all gotta be solid from the top.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Start to finish.
And it's like, cleaning screens is probably like the worst thing that you can do, but it's the most important thing you can do. Because it doesn't, because it's kind of like if the screen is not clean and it's dirty or whatever. So whatever you did from all the way back, to pre-press, it affects all that. It's not gonna, and it's crazy because it's the most simplest part of it. But if you don't have a good starting point, then nothing matters.
Yeah, I guess foundation and
if you don't have a good foundation, everything
all the way
crumbles,
through.
What I mean? And so it's one of them things like
and you do all this, on you're cleaning it, you designing, or if they design whatever, but you're doing every shirt you're doing.
Yeah.
Man, that's crazy.
From design to printing.
I've seen, again, I'll just follow you on, I don't talk to you every day or whatever, but I definitely keep up with you on social media, and I've seen you knocking out, even already in 2020, I've seen you make some posts about just knocked out 200 shirts last night. That's a lot of shirts for one person to be doing, dude.
Well, that's why that's why I joined up with Already, and that so now we're able to do both.
Okay.
Because it wasn't about like to try to get more customers, but it was more about meeting the deadlines and meeting the deadlines and qualities of the customers that we already got. And so it allows me to do the bulk stuff, to get all the bulk stuff in, get that done, and then we split the work or whatever. But it allows me to do stuff like this, work with you, and make sure that you get, because the key thing is to get to a point where to give you something quality that's sellable, and then not only that, but the quality itself, because and help you understand what you're getting. Yeah, because I think that's because most places, whatever. I mean, I don't knock it. I mean, it's just business,
bro,
but it's just more about selling you something. As a, like me, I'll tell you straight up, like. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'll go all the way. Like, most people, they'll charge you extra or whatever. Like, if I'm not sure of it, I'll go ahead and print the shirt. And then we've done it.
That's what I'm saying. I was going to say, we've already.
The top one is this size, and the bottom one is this size. Which one do you
exactly, man.
And it's stuff like that I think it helps. It helps you.
It goes a long way as a customer. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Like that's why I said from the first time we did the first batch ever, which was a small run. You know what I mean, and I what I'm saying. I just always ride with you, bro. I just like the vibe and the work ethic, and I see you grinding, and I know you support me, and I support you.
Oh
and,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just this shit like that why would I want to go work with someone else? Now, again, not knocking anybody, nothing. Nothing to knock. Nothing negative to say it, but you know what I'm saying? Just. You see, I'm trying to put on for the Panther City Hat Company. I fuck with Fort Worth. You know what I'm saying? I like them. I like that their shirts or their hats, or they got shirts and stickers and all that stuff too. But I like that they aren't ordering their shit from some other company.
Yeah.
Like this is all Fort Worth, bro. Like everyone that's
good,
touched
man.
that hat, you know, like I said, the people sewing the pouches on, the people, you know, the dude that it's all made. That whole thing is just Fort Worth, bro. You know what I'm saying? Again, I support that, man. And
speaking of that, I mean, I've been doing music here for a while. Like,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
So my question to y'all is like,
Ask away too, man.
Within the past 5 years,
yeah,
because I do things in 10 years, but then I do like 5-year goals.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's just like what I'm doing now is setting up for the
Yeah.
So like right now,
always thinking ahead.
Like right now I'm doing this merch management thing to set up for my Photoshop. So
okay.
instead of like, because it's gonna take me, you know what I mean? Because I can either go get a loan and spend 5 years trying to pay that off, or just figure out something else to make that money. To
build it.
Yeah. So
build it on your own. But yeah, go ahead, bro. You can ask.
You know,
ask away, bro.
Because with all the basically with all the spots around here that's been closing down,
man.
So we really don't have the cellar. We really don't have Aardvark.
Yep.
How do y'all see as far as like in entertainment wise, meaning like live shows?
Yeah.
Here, is it gonna be more or less?
It can always be more.
Yeah.
Don't let that fool you, because anybody who has the initiative could be like.
But I mean, it's gonna be literally a lack of
places to go.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying, but anybody who has
no matter how determined you are,
they can
doesn't
find
change how many venues there are.
Yeah.
And they're shutting down left and right.
Yeah.
You know, and
no, that's a fact.
Why,
that's
bro?
a valid point.
Do you know what's going on to make these? I mean, bro, the past like even like 2 years, it was 5 years for sure, but like the past like 2 years, bro, like a lot of spots have shut down, bro. Do you know any insight on that? Is it because it's not?
I mean,
I don't know any of these owners, or you know.
Yeah. I mean, I mean, that's
something's got to be happening though, or maybe not.
Yeah, well,
man.
people just bigger companies just buying stuff up. But in general, I was just thinking about it the other day. Like, you know, is that going to deter anybody from like really trying to focus on?
I would think so.
I don't think so.
That's good. I think that's good.
I would. I'm not speaking for me. I would like, because we're about to finish this album. We're about to be in right what you're talking about. We're going to be trying to find shows and this and that. But I'm just saying, from the average person, I mean, our bands, I don't even want to say just hip hop, it's bands in any genre. Like, it might make some people, not even in a negative way, bro. It might make them want to like be like, man, let's branch out then. Like, if it's if it's not enough here, let's go out and see, which is good. But some people might, it's the whole spectrum, bro. It might be some people where if it deters them from even attempting to even try to do shit, you shouldn't even be doing the shit anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, man. That's a good question, bro. I've been wondering more of just like, what the fuck's happening? Like, why are all these places shutting down?
Yeah,
like you said, I mean, obviously people, money and bigger people coming in, this and that. But it's just like, it's like a lot. It's just like a lot of music venues and shit. Like, it's, you know what I mean? There's other. It doesn't seem like too many other.
And that's pretty much my point. Is and me like, Of course, I'm gonna make my money, whatever. I mean, after all that, but that's why I want to help people with their merch, because with venues closing down, we need another outlet to reach our audience. You know what I mean? Because if they can't come to us, we're gonna be able to have to ship them stuff, and so that's why
it's gotta be good shit.
And that's besides the t-shirts and stuff like that, that's why you see me, like I'll do an album with a shirt. Or
and I was gonna dip into that, because I was really, and I don't even know if I hadn't talked to you at all about any of his like marketing stuff. Did I bring it up to you or not?
As far as what marketing?
You would have known, bro, if I had brought it up, bro. Yeah. So what this dude's doing now, I'll let him explain it, but it's just so super dope, bro. And I really don't want to butcher your idea. I'll let you explain it if you even want to. I don't know if you have this big release or anything, but dude, he's doing this dope shit where, if I'm not mistaken, bro, like every song has like its own damn shirt, and you also have like a little, you're able to scan it, right, with the phone and shit, and it's gonna take you to the zone. Like, I was like, bro, that's genius. Like,
so it's basically
never seen that before.
I'm promoting the merch. I mean, I'm promoting the merch, but if you want the music, you can get the music on the shirts. But on all these recent drops, I've been dropping up shirts. People, people like them, but they don't realize that each design is for a song title. So that's why the design is what it is.
Right.
You know,
so if they're getting it, they just like a lot of them, they just might just like the shirt. They might not even know the whole story behind it or know that it's
I mean, but that's okay. You know what I mean?
It's like, you know, it's still,
because they're still supporting me on the graphic side of things.
Right, exactly.
You know, and then, but you know, for the people that want to listen to the music, they have the option to do that.
So to get a song, you have to get the shirt.
Yeah, that's how you get the song.
That's genius.
You know, but if you want the song, cool. If not, no worries.
So you can still just get the song separately, like on whatever platforms you want, or are you literally keeping it to where like you have to get the shirt to get the song?
Yeah, well, not just the shirt. It's just anything. You can buy a sticker. You can buy, you know, everything comes with a code. Everything
That's what I'm saying. Everything's got the code, so you just get,
you know, if you could only afford a sticker, or if I'm throwing out stickers,
bro, that's
that's
a solid idea.
If you want it, but if you don't, it's cool. You can just take the merch, the stickers, you know, whatever you think it looks cool. I mean, that's fine. So for me, that works, but. As far as like marketing for other artists, and that's why I always try to talk people and they're like, hey man, maybe you should, you know, try something else.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
exactly.
Cause you're going to be spending the same amount of money.
Yeah.
And, you're going to be spending the same amount of time as if you was to get just plain t-shirts and sell at a show.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So if let's say you spend $2,000 on something, you know what I mean? You can either spend it all on just t-shirts and CDs.
Right.
But in order for those two things to work, you have to have a show. You know what I mean? But if you plan your stuff out ahead and work with the seasons, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, just understand the business of selling your stuff.
Exactly.
And that falls for your music and everything. You know what I mean? Because nobody really spends money on the first quarter, which is you know
exactly. I mean, you had told me that 2 years ago when we first started.
So when nobody's spending money on you. That's where you use your money to spend it on yourself. That means preparing yourself up for March.
For March.
You know what I mean? Because when March comes, that's where that's where you can get all the shows. There's so many things happening or whatever. So that when you get to that point, then you realize you don't have to waste time trying to get your merch, get anything ready. All you're doing is just taking on these shows where. You know, if you can do 5 shows a week, then go ahead. You know what I mean? But you can do one show a week.
Whatever you do, you got it all.
Because if you say, hey, I can only sell 25 shirts at a show, then you just print 100 and then just do 4 shows in that month.
Yeah,
and then just,
exactly.
You know what I mean?
And no money wasted, everything, you know, strategically
you never have to stress on your merch,
and
you know what I mean? And that's the whole point of using January and February to really set yourself up for that, for that March. I would say March through June.
Okay.
That's where you can make whatever you need to make. You can make it right there.
Yeah. As long as you had already prepared, like you said, and had like a solid, or not only, but it just
because then once
a million if you had the plan already set up.
Because then once you get to summer, that's where you would just do whatever you had, you would just do the summer version of it.
Exactly, like the tank tops and shit. You know, pull those out. You know, go ahead and get them ready. Summer hits, boom. Now this and that, and you know.
Yeah, and that's how as an artist.
That's a simple, I mean, idea,
especially if you're good, like you know, what I mean, if people are really.
Well, that's gonna make.
Yeah, that's like that. That'll help you a lot. You know what I mean? And that's why I try to tell people, like, you know, you can get CDs and stuff like that. You can get.
But is the music good?
Yeah,
you know, is the quality good?
Yeah, I mean, if you focus on getting stuff to, like, you know, to help you out,
right?
So you can keep going. Mm-hmm. You know, I mean, don't look at. I mean, a lot of people look at merch as like, you know, as just promo. Like, you know, it is, but it doesn't have to look it. You know what I mean? I think that's the only difference between.
I've never honestly looked at it that way, dude. I mean, other than, I talked to you just before this about doing a small run for, I mean, that's specifically going to be for, you know, promotional reasons. But I've always looked at that shit as just like, that's just the whole package of what, you know, like with tea. Like, it's not, this shit, we're not doing these damn shirts just for, you know, promotion. Like, that's just.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The music gonna be good, the show's gonna be solid, you know, hopefully people, if you fuck with it, then you're gonna want a shirt and they're gonna want to, you know, they just want it because they want it, bro. Like, they want to have it.
And you know, and exactly what you just said there is just like, when you have a backstory to what that means, then man, it makes the shirt much more, you know what I mean? Because we want to, and that's why I always try to, even though I'll take a cut, you know what I mean? But if it's giving you like like the stuff that I got, like all the stuff I've explained to you before when we get in the shirts. I was like, nah, it's just like if you're gonna do it once,
I didn't understand at first, bro. You remember that? I was like, bro, I'm not understanding
you were
any
like,
of this
I'll
shit.
Just do whatever.
But now we're not fully get it. But now, like I said, bro, and I'm still like before we went live again. I was trying to pick your brain a little bit, just as far as just everything, bro. You know what I'm
it's it helps you, because like even though I used to do music, I would have to release music and release merch all the time.
Yeah.
But ever since I quit music, like, or got out of it for a second, like I haven't had to drop anything and still sell merch.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so that's kind of like, I could imagine if somebody was really like busy and at it, then you can really like help yourself instead of having to rely on whatever, you know what I mean?
Right.
So if you focus on your merch, like just like the way I am now, it's like I focus on my merch, but the music is what I actually want to do.
Right.
So it's not a top priority that somebody buys my CD or whatever, you know what I mean? It's just kind of like one of the things, like, if you want to check out some of my music, go ahead. You know what I mean? But if you like my merch, that's cool too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's the best state of mind, and just best. I mean, that's just being real with what it is, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like,
And with everything that's happening now, that as far as like shows in Fort Worth, shows in Dallas, shows in Denton, I think there's way more opportunities now. You know what I mean? And I think if people focus on their merch, not just to say like, oh, you need money to do that. I mean, of course, that's a given.
Yeah.
But what I mean is like really focus on like what you're trying to represent. You know what I mean? As opposed to just getting your name on something.
Yeah, instead of just slapping some shit on a damn shirt and just trying to give them out to everybody. Everything, get your name out. Like, that's not.
Yeah, because everything because everything that you need really to be an artist is available here.
Yeah.
Locally, there's, like I say, everybody's just oblivious to each other. But,
there's well, I don't even want to say all that. I was going to say there's just not much like teamwork happening. But
no, it's not teamwork. It's just one of those things.
That's why I wanted to reword it.
It's like, there's people doing stuff, but it's just like we're not at a level where like, everything is just being exposed to each other.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Which makes no sense to me, bro. I mean,
but it's good, like, with more festivals coming through and stuff like that. That's going to help build everything. And that's why I say, it sucks that all the small stuff is closing down. But I guess for the festivals and stuff to come here,
it's going to be,
we have to, give and take.
Exactly. Yeah. And I'd rather have, I not that I have a choice, it's just happening, but I'm cool with, we need more like Fortress festivals and shit like that, bro. Like,
just
more shit
anything,
like that.
just even amongst ourselves. Being able to now that we see that it can happen, then we can organize amongst ourselves as artists.
Exactly.
As hey, let's just do a festival.
Yeah.
And I think once people understand that, then they'll be more focused on their merch and I mean, it's about making money, but then at the same time, it's
deeper
about,
than that, man.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It's about like you want to give your art, you want to give your fans like the best that you can give them. You know what I mean? Whether it just be musically, whether it just be your merch or whatever.
Exactly. Anything.
Like if you have everything, if somebody goes to see you, like, man, that dude just killed it on stage, and then you put on his shirt, like, damn, I would wear this shirt all the time. Like, it doesn't even matter if his name's on it.
Exactly.
And that's the kind of experience that you kind of want to give them.
Exactly. And
and that's why
everything, man.
And that's what I mainly focus on. I think I focus on it too much to the point where it does interfere with my business, because I'll stay with somebody until they're right. You know what I mean? I mean, it's kind of like a double-edged sword, you know what I mean?
But that's what we talked about before we went live, is like some of the, because you're to the point now where you can pick and choose and do what you want to do. And I forgot what I specifically asked, but it was like, we can't tell the future, bro. You might want to take some time and some energy or whatever, and do something with this band or rapper or whatever, and maybe they just straight up fucking stop and fall off and whatever, and but sometimes they
No, you always got to plan, like, you always got, I mean, I don't plan for the worst, but I always plan for the after. Like,
you can't just assume.
What if something happens? What am I gonna do after this?
Exactly.
And especially in music, period. Like, you have to plan your, like, you have to plan your next step all the time.
Yeah.
And to me, sometimes, I think that's what keeps me doing it, You know what I mean? Because I used to think like, oh man, I'm gonna be like whatever age that I'm be, you know, like right now, like, you know, I feel like I can rap with people, like, you know, what I mean?
And so
and I feel like I can design and, you know, and just be just observe the whole scene itself and just feed off that, in a sense that creatively feeding off it, and I think that's where a lot of my stuff comes out of. You know what I mean? Because people think like, oh man, you know, it looks a certain way of this style or that style, whatever. But it's kind of like really, I've just been all around Fort Worth. You know what I mean? From, you know,
you're just doing it all, like you know,
I try to encapsulate everything.
Like you said before, you're not just
you know, just like that funk one.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
And I was gonna rock that today, but I'm gonna be honest, but it was all wrinkled up, and I didn't have time to get it ready. But that shirt. I don't know if you noticed this or not, bro, but you know, when you put that shirt out, I mean, it took off and everybody was wondering because you're always like so low key, you know, which is I think is really dope. But a lot of people started asking, not even just me in person, but online. People were like, where do you know, if somebody would post, they'd be like, the whole comments wouldn't even be about what there's whatever. They'd be like, yo, where do I get that? And I guess maybe you had told these other people what you told me, which was not like, you know, don't ever say my name, but like, it was like kind of hard to track. Like I saw people online having some trouble tracking like who the fuck made this shirt. You know what I mean? But then what I was gonna say is I don't know if you caught this or not, but bro, other people started making other little different fake versions of it, and I'm like, that's whack, bro. Yeah, I'll have to go through, man. I think I even took a screenshot of one. I have to go back and look. But somebody had put out pretty much almost the exact same shirt, just a different. I mean, it was straight up the Fila thing. I was just like, bro, his shit's over here. Like, man, he made it, bro. Like, his shit's getting...
No, I mean, you know, that's...
I mean, I was like, that's whack as shit. But I'm like, also, like, it's kind of crazy. Like, I kind of got like a... what's that artist name? The underground dude, the main guy. I don't want to butcher his name. The dude where... fuck, man, he does the street art, the graffiti shit. He like, you can't find him. Nobody knows who he really is.
Oh, Banksy?
Banksy, yeah. I get like that vibe from you. Again, not that you're like, bro, I mean, you're doing a damn podcast, like talking about your shit. I'm not saying you're like, damn, nobody knows who Tay is, but like, I don't know, bro. I just got that vibe, especially from the first time we had ever talked about how you were like, bro, I'm not about all the recognition.
Oh, no,
I did that. Like, you really like was like, I just fuck with this, bro. Yeah, and I just like that, man. You know?
Most of my customers don't even know, like, you know, they don't even know that they could be at the same show and they don't even, you know what I mean, they don't even
might not even recognize you and shit, or
well, no, not only that, they don't even realize like I printed both of those.
Oh, okay,
you know
I got you. I got
just
you.
Kind of like
I
try to focus on each person individually, you know what I mean, and it's like it's nobody else's business, whatever business,
exactly.
You know what I mean? Yeah. It's kind of like I really, when I work with people, I just want to focus on what they're trying to do.
Dude, yeah, you know and whenever we do this run, because we're about to, you know, again, we're about to launch tea stuff, and you know, I'd like for you to, you know, once we get in that process, I'd like to, you know, we got ideas, but I'd like to actually have you hear the music, and now you're actually getting to meet them, and that way we can, you know, figure some shit out and make it to where it ain't just no damn shit that we slapped on a shirt, bro. Again, like you said, we want to really put some thought into it, and the vibe of the music, and
nothing,
you know what I'm saying, and make it personal, bro, and make it just his shit, you know, custom, you know.
Exactly. I mean, that's what I mainly focus on now is just because there's so many artists here,
bro.
You know, I mean, there's like music artists. You got like artists,
bro, all genres from
and so I'm just trying to utilize everybody's skills, and learn from everybody, and that's why I spent last year like just taking a cut and just learning, learning everything I needed to learn to where this year I can just not turn down anything that I want to do. You know what I mean? That's the key thing.
So we're gonna switch gears. You know, you brought it up a few times or whatever. You know, you said stop rapping and blah blah blah, whatever, getting back into it, and we already talked a little bit about the new songs being connected to the shirts and all that stuff, but and you also dropped another little gem on me that I didn't know about, and we can get to that if you want to, but first, like, you putting your own, before that collab thing, you know, we won't even talk about that if you don't want to, but you're putting out like your own project, the first one in a while, right?
Yeah.
Or is it? It's not out yet, right?
No, it's not.
I'm about to say, I hope I didn't miss that. I watch you, you know.
Well, at first
it just got mastered, right?
Yeah, because I went to go not master. I just went to go mix the beats.
Okay.
Because I think in December, like before I went to the studio, December 7th, like 2-3 days before that, I was like, well, you know what? I think I'll make one beat. So I ended up making that week. I made.
So you're actually producing your own beats and everything.
Yeah. I was just because I wanted to make the beat. I wanted to make the beats to where it's like not based on academics, but more so on whatever it is I'm saying. I mean, like, I'm not even trying to hide my samples. I mean, you know what I mean? Because it's a free EP or whatever. But instead of like focused on like trying to make it so, you know, like so rappable, I just focused on the vibe of the song itself. Definitely. You know what I mean? And just left all the mistakes and all, you know what I mean? I'll clean all that up later. I love
that shit, man.
And it's, you know, it's real soulful, and
I can't wait to hear it, bro, because I've never heard any of your shit.
Yeah, it just kind of like just old boom bap shit, but it just kind of like what I learned from working on the SBC EP was the writing was different because it was a different style of beats and stuff like that, and so whatever I learned from that, I utilized it.
Yeah, and you're always gonna, you know, hopefully, you know, I always like to, you know, try to tell myself, like, bro, always just remain a student forever, bro. You know, Dr. Dre said that. I was like a little kid when I heard him say that, and it really stuck with me. Like, damn, Dr. Dre is saying like he's still just a student.
No, you gotta. I mean, because
you're always gonna motherfucking just be learning from this and getting better and connecting this with that, and you know what I'm saying. So
like, it's kind of like what everything I learned. Whether printing or just listening to music, like for the past 7 years, all I did is just been listening to music and just freestyling or whatever. So I got a lot of stuff backed up that I'm like wanting to do.
Right.
But now that I made time to do it, to where I'm like, I'm just gonna chop up my samples or whatever, and then so I ended up like making like the whole EP in like a couple days, and then I went to go dump. When we went to the studio, I was like, hey man, y'all check this out.
Yeah.
And they were like, all right, well, you should do that.
So, I was going to say, so at that point, you still weren't 100% like, I'm doing this. You were just making some shit. You gave you showed them, and they were like, hey, you should do this.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Because we were in the studio.
That's a good
way
to jump the project
beats off. I made, like, because I haven't made beats, like I might have dabbed or, just whatever. Yeah. But when, when you're about to write a song or, you know, but there's some like when I'm fully focused on it, it was like those 4 days. Yeah. Those 4 days I made the whole EP, and I was like, oh, okay, this is what I'm gonna use.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It's kind of like referencing back to how you asked me about how do I sleep. It's like I got to a point where I'm programmed where like, okay, it's never a thing of like I have 4 hours, I have 4 hours to do this, whatever. It's like it's more of a thing of like, I have 4 hours. What can I do within those 4 hours for this, that, or the other? And then I allocate
time wise.
Yeah, I allocate like 4 hours to sleep.
Yeah.
So I mean, whether I want to sleep or don't, I just go. Right. It just like.
That's what I need to work on, man.
Because before I used to be like that, like, oh well, I better get my 8 hours, blah blah blah, and force myself to sleep, and then I ended up like only sleeping 4 and being tired because I spent 4 hours trying to make myself sleep.
Exactly, yeah.
So now I just accepted that. Okay, I'll work till that point, and then just shut down. You know what I mean? And then just sleep for a little bit, and then get up and continue.
Do it all again, man. It's never ending. Process.
It's every day you have to. I do something every day, like whether
I know that's why I was asking you. When the hell does this dude fit sleeping in, bro? Because
because that's how you learn. I mean, because everything that I learned wasn't from like somebody teaching me or whatever, because it's kind of like it was hard, like even with the booking stuff, I never really wanted to do that.
Right.
You know what I mean? Or even promote, because when I started doing stuff, like, you know how you spend your whole life doing music in your bedroom or whatever.
Yeah.
And then you get to a point where you're like, okay, well, I need to show the public
level
because,
up,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And when I started doing that, I felt like I couldn't fit in. I was like, well, I guess I'll just throw my own shows. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's why in 2008 is, I learned, because from like, because 2008 is the day was when I just quit my job,
Okay.
And I moved back to Fort Worth now, and my boss is like, what are you gonna do? I was like, I think I'm just gonna be a rapper.
Yeah. But like dead ass serious, like I
was like, well,
rapper,
I was like, rest in peace, my pops, because he was, that's why I moved back because, we had to, I just had to be there, and then and so they're like, well, what are you gonna do? I was like, well, I got to take care of my pops, so I'm just gonna be a rapper. That was the only thing that I thought that I can do to fit my schedule because I had, because I had to watch my pops during the day, and then get a job. But But I needed something that's not gonna.
Yeah, you control that.
Yeah, what I mean. Yeah, and that's when I was like, you know what, I'm gonna learn how to book shows, and then I went from that to like, doing less music and just doing more booking. And then it just got to a point where I was like, oh, I can't do it.
Where you can't do it all.
Yeah, it's kind of like it was better when I wasn't good at it. But then when you get to a point when you are good at it, it's like, you have all these people hitting you up.
Exactly.
And you feel bad. But, But I've always been straight with people. I just tell them, I'm like, that's just not my thing.
Yeah.
But they're like, how can you just walk away from doing music? I was like, because I got to go learn how to print. Like,
but I mean, but now you're over here, back to the music.
Yeah, but it's good. For me, like now I come back doing the music. It made me, it kind of helped my printing more. As far as now I understand as an artist what I need. Yeah. You know what I mean? So that's why it's not a thing like a competition like, oh, look how much stuff I can do.
Yeah. But you've been putting in time and you're gonna,
you know what I mean? And
you're gonna stack up knowledge and learn.
I think that is worth more than anything. You know what I mean? The knowledge to be able to do all that. Yeah. And be and do it pretty good. And what I mean? And people like this stuff. And that's that's the hard part to accept is that that I accepted like this is just what I do. Yeah. Like if it's cool, but
exactly,
if it's not, then
and you're good at it, man.
And that's why I try to encourage other people like rap. I mean, because that's what you want to do. Because people think like, oh, you gave up rapping to go do all that stuff. I like, nah, I like rapping so much that I went to go learn this other stuff.
Exactly.
So I could sit around and print and rap all day. Because I like, because I like rapping so much that I would do it for free, but I can't live like that.
Yeah, me and T talk all the time, bro. We love
like you
music.
Have to find, if you're in that type of situation, to me, I say just accept that. Just accept that you would do that for free and you love it, and go find and better yourself in other parts of the music industry where you can make money and just use that as a job, but still. Fun what you're doing because that's basically what I did. I didn't leave rapping and say I gave up rapping. But it was one of the things. It's like I need to make more.
No, you just when you just found another little spot in the same
that I can still
learn.
Still be doing music, but not just doing music. Yeah, and that's but anybody could pick any field. You know what I mean? But I think it really helps you if you do music. And then learn, you don't have to be the best, but just learn it and understand, like, you know what I mean? Because a lot of stuff that I don't do, because people are like, oh, why don't you do this? I'm like, no, I learned how to do that. And I learned that I don't like doing that. I just don't like doing it. You know what I mean? It's just like, I like doing mix downs, but I don't like recording people. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you just do what you love, man.
And that's, and
it's pretty simple.
Yeah.
Shit. I mean,
and that's, and just like what you're doing, I mean, tapping into podcast and blah, blah,
exactly,
all the while doing your music. Yeah. And that's a good thing,
I say all the time, dude, all this damn podcast, I just love conversation. I would do this shit for fucking free, bro. But obviously I am trying to I got bills to pay and shit. So, I am trying to find obviously ways to, make shit, monetize shit. But I would fucking do this shit straight for fucking free, dude. Exactly. I just love talking to people, networking. Nobody, like I said, bro, that's what I was saying. We put our phones on silent, we get our little campfire, and we just bullshit and talk, bro. Like, nobody does that anymore. I would do it for fucking free, you know what I'm saying? It all worked out. I talk my ass off. T quiet over here, so we balanced each other out with, boom, you know what I'm saying? He's been soaking up knowledge like crazy because we've been bringing, all kinds of random people in here, bro. Comedians.
No, I mean, my suggestion to you is just like go with what you want to do. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, it's like, it ain't, At the end of the day, people could tell you people could post things all day long on what they like or don't like about your shit, but the only thing that matters is
what is it, man?
Exactly. It's like, hey man, I'm jamming it. Like, you know what I mean? It's whatever it is, you know what I mean? Whether it's just music or whatever, I always try to encourage people like, nah man, just, you know, if you think it's weird, go there.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
You know what I mean? Because it's not weird, it's you. It just, when you're caught up in mainstream or just caught up in society itself,
basically,
you forget that who you are. You know what I mean? And me, like, I always, you know what I mean? I always try to encourage people, like, nah, man, you know, because people are like, oh, you're funny. I'm like, nah, I'm just that dumb, like, or whatever,
that smart,
or whatever.
You know?
Yeah, I'm like, it's not, but the main thing is like, no, I think that's funny, or I think, you know what I mean? I would, or I would like that, or. But I don't impose that on somebody else.
I feel you on that.
But the only thing that I impose on somebody else is like, you know, whatever they want to do. But I think a lot of people when they come up to me to get graphics or get shirts done, they feel like
you just know it all. Like, they just want you to damn near do it for them. Like,
you know what I mean? Like, oh no, you should do this. But I'm like, nah, it's the direct opposite.
Yeah,
it's like if you know what I mean, if that's what you are, and people say it's weird and shit like that. I would be more likely to work on that.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, because I want you to express that weirdness.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because to me,
I think
that's
fuck with you, bro.
No, to me, I think that's the best thing because it's like, you know, I might not be a record player or a record person or A&R or whatever, but to me, when I see an artist when they're doing their stuff and they're wholeheartedly like that's them. You know, to me, I respect that a lot.
Before you dip out of here, man, we're gonna have to show you a couple tracks of T stuff, man. And like we've said, you know, to everybody that's come on here, man, is dude, the only people who get who got to listen to his music are the guests on the podcast because we're not out here sharing shit and this and that. You know, like we'll have guests on and. You know, we've only had like one or two artists. Everyone else does just different shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Boxer, this guy, you know, different stuff. But you know, the guests on this podcast are the only people who have gotten to hear his music. You know?
Oh, okay.
And
cool.
And they've gotten to, you know, so like the newest guests obviously gonna hear the newest versions of shit. You know?
Yeah.
And so whenever we show you stuff, you're gonna hear the newest stuff compared to last week, and you know, so
yeah.
And again, it's like because I don't know, bro. It's just kind of dope, you know. Seeing what people think about shit, bro. Again, we've done a pretty good job of picking and choosing who we want on here, and it's, you know, all the people we show. It's like we actually really kind of give a shit about what you think about it. You know?
Okay.
Not in the sense of like we're gonna switch up what we do, bro. Like I mean, we're always taking constructive criticism, but like we actually, you know, your opinion like holds merit to us, you know what I'm saying?
Thanks.
Or else if it didn't, we wouldn't even have you on the damn podcast, bro. Like it was being real, you know. I wouldn't want to waste my time asking somebody questions if I didn't care about, you know, if your responses didn't hold any value to me. You know what I'm saying? Again, I would do this shit for free. Like I just would want to sit and talk with you without the cameras. But it's like, why fucking not type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, and you know, again, we'll wrap it up soon. I got 1 or 2 more questions, but I was just gonna like, cause you got me thinking now. Like, I kind of did the same sort of approach. You know, when I got into music, I was trying to do the damn thing. But I was doing me. And over time, I'm learning how to play drums and guitar and bass. And then all of a sudden, I started getting tired of giving people my money for recording. So I started learning how to record. And then I got better at that and this and that. And then all of a sudden, you know, bands would break up or I would fall off or this and that. And I was learning the whole time. And then all of a sudden, I started, you know, my skills got good enough to where I wanted to start recording people and shit.
Yeah.
And, dude, I found so much more happiness in that because I'm like, bro, I'm not just like doing my Rob G. I'm fucking part of like 30 people's bands and artists, and like I'm a part of all this shit now, and I can bring all these people's visions to life, and you know what I'm saying, instead of me trying to be an artist and shit, you know, every now and again I'll still, you know, make music just because I like it, you know, and it's an outlet for me and shit, but I'm not trying to be, you know, I like I said, I like running Klarity, and I got, you know, the 3 artists, you know, working. We all work as a team, and I'm much happier being a part of all 3 of their projects, and instead of just me trying to, You know what I mean? It just wasn't for me. And I tried it, and I did it, and I went hard at it, but I just learned, like, man, I'm actually like this a little more. Like, I kind of like bringing y'all's vision to life.
Yeah, I would just hone in on that.
Now I can. That's what I've been doing the past couple of years. Is like, I want to be a part of, multiple projects, not just my shit. Like, and I'm getting to put my input in and bring their visions to life. Same as you bringing people's logos and ideas, and like I said, same kind of story. You know what I'm saying? And I actually was just telling T the other day that I was going through. Finally filled up one of my hard drives. I had to get another one. I just went through shit I forgot about, and I went and found a bunch of my old stuff, and I'm like, man, I might, throw together a little, a little EP of mine just because I want to. Kind of same as you, like, I wasn't even thinking about that, but I just came up randomly, like, I got all this music, like, I might want to, again, but that's not my main shit. My main thing is, bro, I want to bring other people's visions to life. That's what I enjoy doing the most, man. That's same with the podcast, bro. I want to put light on other people and shit. And, like, I just enjoy that shit more, bro.
It never gets tiring, because
it's like, never ending, bro. It's like you said, there's so many dope people, bro. Even just in Fort Worth, like, bro, I can have someone dope in that damn chair. Like, I mean, every week we've done it so far, No,
that's good. I mean, to me, it's just like, like, that's the reason why I do shirts most times, and because it never gets tiring to watch somebody, like, you know what I mean, like, going through weeks talking with me, blah, 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 and then when they finally get their shirt,
seeing it go, seeing it launch, and seeing how it goes and all that stuff, and
especially if they came up with it, you know what I mean? I like that. I like that a lot, because it's kind of like, it's not even about, like, me all like, oh yeah, I printed that, or I made that. It's always great for me to enjoy that with somebody that
definitely,
like, to them probably they think like, oh, that's probably a dumb idea. Like me, I'm like, no, it don't matter. Like, you know what I mean?
That's the idea.
I was like, you know what I mean? I was like, just give me your idea, and then I'll make it look like whatever it's supposed to look.
Yeah, you're getting me. I'm excited to, and again, man, T over here, damn sponge, bro. He's 24, but dude act like he 42, bro. Like,
it just kind of
I'm saying in a good way. Like, he's over here soaking up all the guests I've been bringing on. Like, he's over here, like, and me too. Like, but
that's what it's about.
It's only made our project, because we're about to release his debut first ever, album, and just from talking to just different people and shit, bro. I ain't even got to be rappers and shit. Like, we probably learn more from non-rappers on this podcast, I would think, as far as for your record, you know what I mean?
That's the best. I mean,
I don't know, bro. Different perspectives, different point of views. Everybody, you know what I'm saying? Just, I'm just thinking out loud at this point. Just, just the damn talking to people, networking, picking people's brains, asking questions, talking.
Yeah, that's the best. That's the best way.
Simple,
sharing
bro.
knowledge.
You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, sitting at a table and just sharing knowledge and shit, and bringing good, positive people on here who, like, want to see people win and shit, bro. Like, there's some people, that I know that I could get on here and it'd probably boost my shit way up, but, like, again, I don't like speaking ill of people on here and shit unless it's Michael Jordan, but I always go in on him on this podcast quite a bit. Other than him, though, it's certain people I just don't. I'm not judging them. I just don't. I'd rather talk with this dude. Talk with pick and choose who the fuck I want on here. You know what I'm saying? There's people who I could get on here who would do it and it'd get us more clout or whatever the fuck. And obviously we're trying to. The goal is to not get smaller. We are trying to.
Oh yeah, grow. But you also want to.
But I gotta enjoy it though.
Yeah, you have
enjoy it, and I want to.
You have your vision of what both of y'all. I mean,
exactly.
You're pretty much gonna grow as I mean.
Yeah, this is growing organically.
I mean, don't be afraid to test out anything.
Dude.
I mean, to me, it's like the beginning stages of everything is what I like the most, because you get to experiment with so much stuff before you hit that point where you're just like, boom. Like,
exactly, man.
Because I went through years before that Whataburger shirt popped,
and that was. I'm glad I got a hold of one, man. That shirt.
And I mean, and it just one day, I was like, wow, this is crazy. But it just from that, I was able to do other stuff.
Yeah, that's always going to open up more doors, and opportunities.
Yeah, because people were like, what's the genius? I'm like, nothing, man. I was just baked, and I was like, you know, I was bumping Woo and I was eating a Whataburger. I was like, oh, I love these two things, and just you know what I mean, and just mold it together.
Some people overthink shit.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
You're like, hey, bro.
I was like, and I'm from Texas.
Whataburger, Wu-Tang, shit.
Yeah, and I'll go. And that's what we like.
But then you actually followed through and made it. That's the thing. A lot of people, you know, will lack or whatever. But and also, you know, again, you have, you know, that's what you do, bro.
But you know yeah, I mean? that you know, I mean, when
that's
I did
a whole
that,
other, you know.
Yeah. But again, you know, that's why I tell people don't be afraid to experiment with whatever you think is dumb, because that might be the most interesting thing that people can get to see you about, you know what I mean? But other than that, everything else that I've learned how to do, it was really out of like necessity.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's really like it's hard. This is a hard. I mean, when you're in a market that buys more, you know what I mean? Because we have more stuff coming in than stuff we're putting out.
Right. Yeah.
You know
what I mean? By far.
And so that's why you see all these other shows, and there'd be like 400 or 500 people there.
Yeah.
And there's a market for it, but it just we're not in the market where like we're exporting stuff out.
Right.
And I think, you know, it's one of them things. It makes it hard.
If you don't love it, then you're not gonna make it, man.
Exactly.
You know,
exactly.
If you wouldn't be willing to do it for free, you know.
But I mean, but
it's gonna be a rough road, bro.
But it's getting better, you know what I mean?
Always, man. Always.
And that's why I try to help people in the sense that, you know, there's other options.
Yeah, definitely, man. Yeah, not being closed up in a box and just thinking out, you know. Like you said, there's a place, bro, for everybody. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
do what you love, like you said, man. And I know it's super like cliche and shit, but like, bro, if you fuck around and figure out what you love or the different, you know, whatever, you can combine this and that, and you put in some time, and like you said, bro, it doesn't just, you know, you put in a lot of years, same as me.
Yeah, the hardest thing to learn is patience,
bro.
Like anything you do.
Tell it to this guy, man. This dude over here. Which is his best quality and his worst, bro. He's over here full, like, of so many ideas, bro. Like, good ideas, too. And, like, just thinking so far ahead and like, bro, like, and it's dope. But at the same time, it's like, patience.
No, I understand you.
Patience, bro. Patience.
That's why you map it out. Like, okay, this month, I'm going to focus on it.
Yeah, we do that. But
That's
then
great.
I'll catch him a couple of days. It happens in, like, little spurts, bro. He'll hit, like, 3 days where he's just, like... I'm like, yo, hold up. Like,
that's how
you know what I mean? But it's good though, because again, he's constantly, bro. He's always writing. He's always coming up with new material, always new songs, always new ideas. Always like that's. I don't want that to stop. It's just, you know, like I said, it's just, you know, and it took me a long time to learn, bro. And I'm not saying I mastered it or anything, bro.
No, you never mastered patience.
I've been in bands, you know. I've been playing music my whole life, dude, and I've wanted to rush shit and why isn't this happening yet, or man, this should have happened, like, you know. And that's a dangerous, very negative, unrealistic, unhealthy road to go down, you know what I mean? Like,
I mean, I went through that, you know what I mean, like making 30 beats a month, dropping like 6 albums every, you know what I mean, but it's like hundreds of songs, you know what I mean. And then I just got to a point where I was like a robot, you know what I mean. It's like get up, make beats, go set up for a show, rock the show, go, you know, get drunk, blah blah blah, wake up, have a hangover,
repeat,
make beats, you know what I mean. It just like you can get sucked up into it, you know what I mean?
And that's happened to me, man. That's why I had to dip off out of town, dude, because I started losing my fucking mind, because I started getting wrapped up into too much shit, and I dipped off for a couple of days and needed to damn go up to the mountains.
Sometimes you
clear
just
my
gotta
mind and shit,
you know, step away.
Yeah, and I needed that, you know, and now we're back here again, not to keep bringing T up, but that's just what the fuck we're doing right now, is this podcast and working on, you know, Cush's shit, and T's is going to be the first to drop under Klarity, and, you know, we just recently brought on another artist, and we'll talk about him, you know, in the later episodes or whatever. But back to you before we wrap this up, dude. What's the name of the project you're going to drop?
Oh, it's gonna be called Soy Sauce in My Backpack.
Okay. Okay.
And
you're over there. He's over here, probably on Tinder talking about girl. I don't know what the hell you keep looking at, but I know it's female related. Tell me I'm wrong.
It was, and like 15 minutes in, it was like female related.
All over here. But yeah, so it was soy sauce in backpacks.
Yeah, soy sauce in my backpack.
Soy sauce in my backpack, man.
Yeah,
that's dope.
It's pretty much just 5 songs, and then it talks about it's just like 5 different styles, but it just random stuff.
Okay,
you know what I mean. I got one of the songs is called "The Rivers." What that song is about is because the hook part, it's this lady, she's singing, talking about being, it's kind of like the Lady of the Lake type vibe.
I'm really anxious to hear this shit.
So basically, I talk about like when I escaped Laos. Not really escaped because after the war, after the Vietnam War,
right?
When everybody left, blah blah, we had to seek refuge because anybody that was helping the Americans was just getting killed off.
Right.
Villages getting raped, pillaged, and everything.
Yeah, that's gonna be a real project right there, bro.
But it's a synopsis.
Yeah, I'm not assuming the whole damn thing is about
But I talk about
this
that
particular song.
Yeah, that song particularly.
Yeah.
It talks about like two different situations where like I was by in referencing to the river part.
Right.
Because the first verse is about that and talking about me just trying to get over here. You know what I mean?
Right.
And at the time, I didn't know it, but supposedly my mom told me that while we were crossing the river, she ran out of milk or whatever.
Yeah.
And the boat guy was like, "Hey, you better shut him up, or I'm gonna throw him over."
Damn.
And so we got there 3/4 of the way, and he was literally about to just chunk me over, but then they got flagged that they already hit the other side. So there was more to what
you hear. So.
Yeah, and so it talks about that it's kind of like I have flashbacks of it, but it's one of them things. It's like I was so young. Like, I don't know.
You might have the brain's so crazy. You
know what I mean? Because I was like
created
maybe like
your own
3 or whatever
version of it.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
And plus the stories, and you know what I'm saying. Like who the fuck knows?
So
bro?
it just talks about that, and then the second time is like I was talking to my homie that passed, rest in peace, Danny, and I had told him I was like, yeah, I'll see you at school. I'm gonna go ahead and take my uncle's ride to the blah blah blah. And so I make this turn, and I don't know what happened. I guess I thought it was 5 gears.
Yeah.
So I guess I must have threw it in reverse, and I just flipped the car, and I was sliding on the side.
Yeah.
And I was right next to a creek, and so so the car hits the curb, and I just get up and crawl out. You know what I mean? And I was just like, and I just walk back home, and
damn.
And the crazy part is, one of my uncles, he became a monk, so he was flying over at that same exact time. And then when my dad picked him up, he had asked him, he's like, "Hey, is your son okay?" He's like, "What?" He's like, "There's something happened to him."
Man.
And so they came back home and they were like, "What happened?" I was like, "Oh, I just flipped the car."
Just flipped the car, dude.
And so it was literally on its side.
He can relate with you on that one.
Yeah, and so I flipped it on the side, but nothing happened. You know what I mean? And so it was just like that. That was that's referencing that. But it's also talking about like I go into a story about talking to my homie because it's basically
Yeah, this is multi.
Yeah, and at the same time, me nothing happening, and that whole situation with the mug and all that, I was like, oh
no, that's worth that's song worthy. I'm saying.
And then and then my last verse is just reflection of like, okay, if something ever happened to me,
are you writing everything on pen to paper? Are you doing it on your phone? Are you freestyling it? Are you
I had
freestyling it, taking different takes? I mean, what's again, we'll wrap it up here in a couple of minutes, but I'm just trying to pick your brain as much as I can.
I mean, like the way my schedule is, I don't have time to sit and write.
Okay.
So I just write four here, 4 there. But the concept, the cadence, like the way I do things is like I do the whole thing. Like I pick out all the beats.
Yeah.
And then I align all the beats, and then I go back.
And so you got the plan. You got it planned out and shit.
Yeah,
you don't just go in like.
But that that only works for like me and you, because we know.
Yeah, exactly.
We know how to set everything up and do song arrangements.
We have the capability to work that way.
So that's why I save all the rapping stuff for last.
Yeah.
And that way, I just have my whole EP and then I work song by song. But I mean, I've been freestyling to all of it, and I already got all my cadences and all that down. But it's one of them things. I was like, I didn't want to write to it, because when I physically write, then that's where it gets mechanical.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because if you've been writing so long, your hand, your mind, it will start counting in bars.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so that's, I
was just curious because everyone's got their own. I know people that do write and they fucking, kill it. And some people, again, not to keep bringing T up, but again, it's all we've been fucking doing. He got like a crazy balance, bro, of like
it's
freestyling. But like he'll write, but then that only makes
I think
that only makes his
I don't know
lyrics
about you, but
stronger.
I think the freestyling helps me get my breathing right, the cadence, and how I want to say something.
He'll freestyle whenever we're in here vibing, bro. We'll fuck around, and again, we're making everything from scratch, and we'll fuck around, and all he always goes through is and he'll just freestyle on that shit. What naturally is feeling right to him, and a lot of the times it's so damn good. I mean, we didn't keep a lot of that shit as far as we'll go back and re-record it, but the lyrics and shit, then I'll bounce that, send it home with him, and then he can go through and clean shit up or whatever. But he's pretty solid on like capturing the moment and just figuring out what naturally like. Where the syllables would rest, or what's the rhyming scheme, or what's the breaths, and all that shit. Then you can go through and we can perfect it and do all that. But I know other people that could never do that, bro. And it's not saying they're better or worse, but they couldn't just freestyle like a whole fucking song and then do it the way he does, bro. You know what I'm saying? I know people that they just couldn't do that. I'm not saying they're not as good as a rapper, even though T one of the coldest I know, but they gotta write the shit. You know what I'm saying? And
but I like writing though. Like I write.
I like to write. Dude. I'm working
just
on
free
a book
writing,
right now,
just writing. Period. I like it. But I just got to the point where I was like, I don't have time to to sit down.
Yeah, just to sit down.
So then I just kind of like, for the past 7 years, developed to where I can write it in my head.
Exactly. Yeah.
And then and then it's kind of cool. You know what I mean? And then what I end up doing is like, just out of habit, like the night before or something, I'll just write it actually on paper.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then I'll take it with me.
Exactly.
And I can't even see anyways. I just literally
it's just front,
just
so you have it.
Like, if I miss something, I could just look at it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's all blurry. I mean, I really don't need to read it, but it just out of habit. You know what I mean? And
exactly, dude.
And so it just kind of like, that's how I learned how to write now. Just doing 4 bars at a time, and then making sure like I listen to the beat, and that's why I finish off the beat, and the whole, like the whole shit is already done.
Right.
You know what I mean? I mean, like, it's pretty much set up as like, okay, this is my instrumental set already.
Exactly, yeah. And now
so,
you just,
Yeah, and so, I mean, it used to be before I would just do everything in an hour. Like, just write, rap, whatever. If it's good, it's cool, whatever, I just move on. But now I'm just like, well, I really don't have to
You're
rush.
just doing what you're doing.
Yeah,
you don't have to rush,
And that's
you
why,
I
like it better because, I'm able to really, like, hone in on where I want to, which word or which syllable.
Everything.
And being able to write without writing, that helps a lot. It's not to say like, oh yeah, I could do it at one time. It's not that.
That's what I was saying before. That's somebody trying to say like, T the best in the world because he can freestyle a whole fucking song and we damn near keep like, it's impressive to me. But like everyone, I was just curious again, bro. Everyone I recorded,
because you kind of miss. I mean,
they have their own way of working, bro.
Yeah, like, to me, I always felt like if I focus too much on one or the other, I miss out on either.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Of course I want to be structured.
Yeah.
But then again, the freestyling helps me give that
organic, that natural,
organic like breath control, or maybe I do want to sound like I'm fading out. You know what I mean? And that, to me,
those little imperfections are what makes it perfect. To me,
I prefer both. You know what I mean? I don't, I love freestyling and I love writing, but when I do a song, I like to use both.
Yeah, same.
You know what I mean? Because
same thing.
Because sometimes you can write something so on point that
it's the same on point almost.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Because I can write to every syllable to every bar, but then I'm like, well, you know what? It's not enjoyable.
Where's the life at in here, though?
Well, I mean, if you're listening to it with somebody else that's into the same thing as for the academics of it, like, oh yeah, that's perfect. You know what I mean? Like you're just
It's literally perfect. It rhymes perfectly. The syllables line up perfect. The breathing is perfect. But there's just that little.
You get that point like, I can't really feel it.
Yeah, I feel you, man.
Because you're gonna have everything right in the song. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like everything. Like I tell people all the time, I was like, it's not a diss. I'm like, no, that's academically correct.
Yeah,
like, you did it right.
That's music theory, bro. Like, well, why don't you did it perfect.
Like, but I just don't feel nothing from it. Like, you know what I mean? But that's not a bad thing, though. You know what I mean? But people take that as like, oh,
exactly.
You don't like my style or whatever. Like, nah, I'm not. Especially me, like being able to do mix downs and stuff.
Yeah.
But even with printing, it's the same thing because it's not about what I think of your stuff. It's about what you think about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just like I'm just here to make sure that all the levels are right, or even with printing, it's like I'll make sure like the lines are correct, everything's done correct.
Exactly.
But initially, it should be what you like. You know what I mean? And me doing that, like learning printing and all that, and learning how to cater to other people, it helped me as an artist to like cater to myself.
Exactly. Dude.
And that's why I suggest like nobody, like if anybody tells you anything like, you should just do one thing. Like, nah, do everything.
Bro, I can't. I fully agree with you, man. For all y'all
like, you don't
listening,
have to be. It's kind of like you don't have to be the best at it, but it's kind of like it helps you in the long run because if you learn how to do something, you know what I mean, and then you're not good at it, and then you see somebody that is good at it,
bro, you appreciate it more.
Yeah, you appreciate it more. Not only that, you'll know how much it's worth. You know what I mean? And it's like
you get why it's a certain price, or you get why you get what you pay for. You get, man, I'm not just paying for this. I'm paying for this whole 20 years this person's put into it. Like, then you get it.
Yeah.
You're like, shit. Okay, this dude might have made this beat in an hour. But, bro, it took him 10 years to be able to do that, You realize really what the fuck is really happening, bro.
Because to me, it's like,
that's a really good point, man.
Yeah, I mean, and that's why, and to me, that's why I try to encourage people, like, to do more like that. That's why it does seem like I'm behind the scenes all the time, but it's just like, with me, I deal with people direct. Like,
that's what I'm saying, but it's so direct that it stays between you and me. It stays between, you're not all, like I said, you're not all.
Yeah, and and I try not, to me, I always enjoy, like, conversation, like just like you, like conversations. But not only that, but to see that somebody take my, whether somebody like. You could be giving me knowledge. I could be,
ain't nobody
whatever.
preaching and shit. We're sharing knowledge, bro. And if like they use it, it feels good.
Yeah, it feels good. And if they use it and they succeed off it, that's the best feeling. You know what I mean? It's not even, to me, I'm like, wow, that really worked for you. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because it could have been something that you did in the past and it didn't work for you. But you're like, oh yeah, well, you could do it this way, and then it worked for them. To me, I'm like, well, that's good. And that's why like I can't really work with people that always be like, nah, this is our stuff. This is blah. I'm like, nah. I mean, it is our stuff and blah blah to an extent. But when it comes to sharing knowledge, if you see somebody that's to me, it's like you can have talent all day long.
Yeah.
But I always try to work with a person that has that drive, that knows his stuff is whack, but he's still trying to make it better.
Yeah.
But not to just say like, oh, I'm just doing shit every day. But,
right. I get what you're saying, though. But, just the hunger and the
because sometimes people don't know that there's a decent place to record, or there's a decent place to get shirts done, or there's this, that, and that. And that's why I try to incorporate whoever I work with, and make sure that their services are being promoted to whoever I'm working with, because I might not do that. You know what I mean? But sometimes people take that the wrong way, like, oh, you don't want to work on my stuff. Like, nah, I'm like, I have a guy that's
actually trying to help you.
You know what I mean? I'm like, this dude, this is what he do. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
What I do is what I'm just dabbing.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Because and that's what I'm saying. It's just like if we can work like that, then everybody, every artist
wins,
here will benefit from that, because and everybody will make money.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Because like right now, I 100% know for a fact, but I'm you know me, I'm not that type of person.
Yeah.
That I can just block out. I could just take, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can just do whatever the fuck I want and make all the money if I want to and not help nobody.
Yep.
But that's, to me, I'm like, that's,
And you'd also be doing, a lot of shit you probably don't really want to do.
To me, that's shitty, because I was in the same position. Because there was a point in time where I couldn't find, you know what I mean? I would go to Kinko's and blah, 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 or whatever store you want to go to, or you know, and try to get stuff done, and you're like $20 a shirt, like,
yeah.
I'm like, you know what I mean, and
yeah.
And now that I know that it can be done, not to say like cheap or whatever. I mean, the price to me is, but
more logical way and a smarter way.
You know what I mean. And to me, it's like, okay, if I pay $20 and I get what I want, then I'm cool with it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean. But it just, the problem with me was, is like, what am I getting for $20? And then these stores, they can't answer that.
Yeah.
And to me, that's the only reason why I wouldn't want to pay $20 for that. You know, and that's why when I do business now. Mm-hmm. I focus on you understanding what you're getting. Whether I lose the business or gain the business, it's not a big deal.
Right.
Because whatever, that's why I always tell you or whoever, like, no, if you got any questions, just holler at me. Like, exactly. I'm not gonna say, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna. I would be the last person to hate on you trying to get something, and you know what I mean? Because even if if I can't do it, I would just tell you straight up, like, no, I can't do it. But I know somebody that can.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think as a business, especially for like, if you're trying to cater to artists and stuff like that, mm-hmm. I think if you be upfront with them, like, on what you can or can't do, and not look at the dollar value of it, because 90% of the times when I do stuff like that, my customers stay my customers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, and it's like,
exactly.
You know, and they're okay with it if I say, hey, this person's gonna do it, just as long as they understand what's happening. Mm-hmm. I think that's all that matters. You know what I mean?
Definitely, man. But shit, dude, you got any questions?
No.
That was a lot of knowledge to take in, man. I wish I would have well, I guess I don't need to take notes because we just recorded the whole damn thing. But because again, bro, we're about to apply all that. Like,
do that, man.
To the future,
like, you know,
and especially the tea. Like,
that's what this is all about.
That's a lot of gems, bro.
I mean, I hate to do it in a podcast just for us to have a conversation, but. If this is what we got to do, that to speak to one another. That's cool.
Not what we have to do. Like I said, you and me will text occasionally and shit like that. It was just I just wanted you on because we're also this is gonna go to other people. You know.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna help other people.
Due to our scheduling and stuff like that. Like, Like I mean, to be honest, I mean we don't have time to say, hey, let's go. We go have a beer real quick and blah blah.
I wish I did, but you know, at the same, this is knocking out two birds with one stone. Bro, I wanted to talk to you. I wanted to see you
because I think this is great.
This is what we do Saturdays. So
thank you for joining.
Yeah, bro, that's the main thing. Bro, thank you because I know you're busy, bro, and we're busy as shit too. I mean, I think I pretty much picked your brain as much as I can, bro. I just appreciate you coming on, bro. I appreciate you working with me. Again, we're gonna be doing a lot more work 2020, man. Like a lot, dude. Like I said,
now's the best time to do whatever you want to do.
Again, getting it set up. You know what I'm saying?
That's good.
But shit, let me make sure. Like I said, man, I didn't have too much. I was gonna bring up some of the other things, but again, we'll have you back on, bro, in a couple months.
No, that's cool.
So we can follow your journey and all that stuff. But I'll keep it short again at the end, man. I'll put all the links below. Just check out Klarity Music Group for the production of this. It's Klarity with a K. All the links will be below. Check out Panther City Hat Company. Remember to use the code Unfriended at checkout for 15% off. It's PantherCityHatCo.com. It's PantherCityHatCo.com. Or just check them out on Instagram and Facebook at Panther City Hat Company. Again, I'm going to put all the links below. And then, I mean, you want to drop anything? I mean, I can put whatever, you know, we can talk later, but it's whatever links you want below, man. I don't know if you want the already stuff or...
Just hit us up if you... Anybody needs shirts, merch, questions?
I mean, would you prefer for people to? I mean, that's what I'm saying. Is, you know, again, we're talking. I'll put whatever links. But how do people, you know, reach you? What would you prefer?
Facebook is always good. You can either hit me or just hit me up at spewcataclysm.com. That's SPEWCATACLISM.com.
Okay, I'll put that link below.
Yeah, you can put it on. But yeah, just holler at us at Already Merch on Facebook, alreadymerch.com.
I need to get some Already shit, man. That's a dope little.
I will.
That's just a long sleeve, right? Not a hoodie. Yeah, I like that.
I'll bring you some.
Yeah.
For the future, but yeah, just holler at us for merch. I mean, whatever. If we can't do it, you know, we'll find somebody to do it.
Exactly, bro. That's what's up, man.
But mostly we can do it though. So.
Hey, same here. But we're going to wrap it up, dude. I appreciate you coming on, man.
I appreciate y'all having me.
Until next week, man. Later, y'all.
Peace.
Bro, I appreciate you, man.
I know.